You are the only one who can save Valhalla.
We have an agreement then.
Yes, Korok. We agree.
And I have a plan.
We're all gonna die.
What's wrong with this guy?
Alright, welcome to ToV Live. It is Valhalla time. As soon as I start some music here, background music going. Alright. Here it is. Yes, we're opening some mail tonight. Hello. Welcome to the ToV live stream. I am Ryan, aka Tales of Valhalla, or you can call me Tails. Why? Well, because sometimes Valhalla is too long of a thing to say. How are we doing tonight? Happy Sunday to everybody. It's going to be a short stream tonight, more than likely, and I am working on getting some like Heroscape skirmishes done now, so I'll be using this camera for that sometime. Like hopefully this Wednesday. If not, then it would be probably next Wednesday, and then we have a ToV podcast this Sunday that we got to plan for. Fun times. But before we start opening boxes in here, let me just bring out. I'm just gonna put the first one here. Okay. There's a box. Hopefully I don't see any addresses. Looks like I didn't mark them off, but okay, we got a box. Okay, and so we'll begin looking at some Heroscape stuff that I got in the mail. Some of it is classic Heroscape, some of it, but most of it is VC, just so you know, for all you VC haters out there. But let me explain. Let me show you the cards and the stats of these things when I finally reveal them to you. And there is one box that comes from someone within the community who does, painting miniatures of both VC and classic, and he does a really good job, so I want to give him a shout out. And TDO Titan, they're in the chat. How are you doing tonight, TDO Titan? It says, let's go, Heroscape mailbag stuff, or mailbag stuff. There could be bugs in the mail. Actually, I guarantee you that there's probably bugs in some of these boxes. Yes. And we're going to get started with that in a minute. I do have a couple housekeeping things to talk about. First, I want to mention links in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube for some things that I talk about tonight, including Roguescaper, who is going to be having a stream tomorrow night. I have it on good authority from Sir Joe Crazy, that Joe Crazy will be joining Josiah, or Roguescaper, on his YouTube channel. And so his YouTube channel, link in the description below. Check him out, give him some sub love. I think he has 250 subscribers now, so thank you to everybody who subscribed, who is supporting Roguescaper's YouTube channel. That is awesome. And I think he's even doing a giveaway, so that's great. He's staying on top of things there. And so he and Joe Crazy, they're going to be talking about creating glyphs, and I mean like custom glyphs. So and how to go about doing that. And so yeah, check them out tomorrow night. I think Joe Crazy told me the time, but I don't have it in my notes. I think it's around like 9 p.m. Eastern, I think. But just go ahead and keep a wary eye on Roguescaper's YouTube channel. Give him a sub, and give Sir Joe Crazy. He's got a Joe Crazy 3193 is also a YouTube channel. Check him out. Give him some sub love as well. I think he's well past 500 subscribers now, just like myself. So that's cool. And then I do again, before we start opening boxes, just one more thing I want to mention. Actually, it's kind of two things. I got a glass here of stuff that's not alcoholic, but it is a beverage. Taking a quick drink, and I'm just going to raise my glass to, in the memory of two kind of important people that died. One just recently and one last week. First one who died last week was Dick Rutan, and I don't know if anybody knows who the Rutan family is, but basically pilots. They did a lot of aviation engineering, especially like back in like I think the 70s and 80s. And Dick Rutan did one of those big records to where I think it was like a non-stop flight around the world. Basically, you didn't refuel. I think they refueled in the air, or either they were fueled in the air or they had like fuel on board. It was one of those things. But anyway, they didn't stop, and it was one of the first times it being done. And so Steely-Eyed Missile Man, I think he flew in Nam as well, was a terrific pilot. Anyway, he passed away last week. And so that's just a little bit of American history. That TDO Titan on the Voyager aircraft on Wikipedia. Yep, you're right. Yeah, definitely read. I know like this book doesn't have anything about the Rutans, but what is it? The Right Stuff. I read the Right Stuff novel earlier this year. I think it was earlier this year, end of last year, and that was all about like the space, a little bit about the space race, and some of these like fighter pilot, test pilot guys, nerves of steel these guys have, and like when it came to breaking the sound barrier and all these records set. I mean, just amazing what they did, and Dick Rutan was definitely a legend. And then just recently, some of you probably know this already, another legend who was an acting legend, Bernard Hill, who played Theoden in Lord of the Rings. He just passed away. He was 79 years old. And I probably have talked about this before in the past, but Theoden is my favorite character in Lord of the Rings, in the books and the films. And Bernard Hill did a masterful job portraying that character. And I just watched it before coming on. The Charge of the Rohirrim in Return of the King, when they're going down to Minas Tirith, that's still just the swell of emotion. I've watched that scene so many times, and I still get tears in my eyes watching that. It's a masterful scene. And so yeah, he passed away, and so I'm just going to raise my glass to both of those gentlemen, both of those legends in their own right, and rest in peace, basically. Rest in peace. All right. Tito Titan says, "Oh yeah, Theoden was such a good character. Rest in peace to both of those. Absolutely, absolutely legends. We can only hope to be half as good as men like them. We really can. So let's keep on striving for that, shall we?" And like Theoden says at the or Bernard Hill's Theoden says at the end of his life in the film, in the movie, I go now to my fathers, in whom's mighty company I will not be ashamed of. I think I'm paraphrasing, but I think that's pretty much it. And Justin says he's also fantastic in Titanic. Yes, he played the captain in Titanic. Yeah, oh yeah, he did play the captain. That's right. It's amazing. He played the captain, and so he was like, he looked like a 60-year-old man. And I think during the time Titanic was filmed, Hill must have been maybe in his 40s. And so he played an old man pretty well in that. He looked older in that film than he did in Lord of the Rings, which he filmed what 5-10 years after that fact. It's funny. Anyway, yeah, legend. All right, now let's get into the unboxing, and then, like I said, I don't have much time tonight. Gonna be doing some skirmishes, probably with how to put it here. You guys don't need to see this. I'll be doing some skirmishes with Death Chasers, hopefully this Wednesday. And I think I'm doing Death Chasers against Wolves, and we might just only have enough time for like one skirmish, just to get used to playing them. But I mean, this is the road to Heroscape, guys. We are getting closer and closer to Heroscape, to ScapeCon. We're getting closer to ScapeCon. And I need to prepare. I need to start doing more and more skirmishes and learning about the armies that I plan to be using. So that way I'm a tad bit more closer to being prepared than I have been the last 2 times. And Roguescaper, mail time! Oh, there, and see guys, there's Roguescaper's channel. Or there's Roguescaper. Again, I think he's supposed to be streaming tomorrow night with Joe Crazy. So check out his channel. And you ready for that? Okay, so let's bring these out now. Okay, I'm bringing them out. And that's a lot of stuff in there. Now I've got 4 of these. We've talked about actually these before. I finally got them. I finally let's see here. Just every day we draw closer to new Heroscape. Yes. Roguescaper says Shurg keeps beating me with Death Chasers. It is a good army. Yes. Yes, and I got I got annihilated with Death Chasers last year. So I'm just like, I saw the dude doing it. I'm like, I kind of need that army. Yeah, those. I mean, just the fact that you end up owning the field even before you reveal order markers is kind of nuts. It really is. But you know what? What works. And so I got a bunch of them. And can't wait to show them. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to get the cards for these guys. Now, we actually talked about these on a podcast earlier this year. I'm going to get up the stack cards. So I got cards with them, but I finally got the miniatures for them. So the Makwa, the Teeth of Makwa, and the Makwa Tribesmen, they come in each... the squad and the unit come in one bag, so you don't have to buy separate bags for them, which is awesome. And Hexala, everyone loves a great mail drop. Yes, especially when it comes to VC Customs. And so here, okay, let me show the cards because I don't have a screen tonight. But let's see, there is Makwa Tribesman. Can barely see that. I know my camera's awful. But I'll read the stats on it a second. And so this is a uncommon hero, so you can use a bunch of them. So I got 4, and I got 4 squads of these, and these are great to use with the. Oh my goodness, what? Come on, someone in the chat, remind me who's Brave Arrow. There it is. They're great to use with Brave Arrow, and I've heard said so. So. Let's see here, the Makwa Tribesman, which has an arrow, and I also got like a buffalo here too. And here, let me open one just to show you guys because I want to feel them. I'll open the rest later, but I'm just gonna feel. Let's see what they feel like because I've heard like some of these minis like are kind of brittle, so I want to see. But I bought these online. Kind of easy to find online, and come from Scenorama, Scene Settlers, Native American Hunt pack, and the website I got them from had them for like less than $10 per pack, so not bad. Yeah, let's get them out. Let's see here. They feel okay. Hopefully it won't break apart. It's always these spears, the long spears. You just never know what's going to break off. But yeah. Okay. So let's just go over the stats really quickly, and they can bond with Brave Arrow pretty well. So the one uncommon hero is this one, and again, Mawakwa Tribesmen. Hunt of Mawakwa. After this Mawakwa Tribesman attacks, he may attack one additional time. Oh, and by the way, is my audio okay? I'm checking that. I had to kind of fix it before coming live because I realized my audio levels were kind of low. So hopefully it is okay. But anyway, he may attack one additional time. The additional attack must target a figure that is within 3 clear sight spaces of a hunter you control. Okay. So it's interesting. So it's good to have these guys scattered around everywhere. The Shield of the Great Bear 14. When this Mawakwa Tribesman receives 1 or more wounds, before removing the figure, roll the 20-sided die. If you roll a 14 or higher, ignore any wounds. So there's that too. It's not that's not bad. Okay, Hexile says I need to speak closer to the mic. Okay. And I'll do this when reading the cards. All right, I'll do that. I'll do that. I hope I was I don't know what I'm saying. I'm thinking. You know, there's so much going on the past few days that my mind is just just nuts. But okay. So Hunt of Mawakwa, Shield of the Great Bear 14. So basically, roll a 14 or higher. You can ignore any wounds if you receive 1 or more wounds. That's nice. And then, so the thing's got a 3 life, move of 5, range of 6, attack of 2, defense of 2. So it's not a bad, tribesman. And then the Teeth of Mawakwa. So basically, I got 4 squads, 4 uncommon heroes, and with so Mawakwa Tribesman 35 points, not bad, and then Teeth of Mawakwa 70 points for 3 units. So it is a little expensive, but they have a thing for this 3-person squad. They have a thing called, and here, I gotta show this to you guys. Okay, there is Teeth of Mawakwa. There they are. And again, I have enough in these bags for 4 units, 4 squads each. And so hunting party. After taking a turn with a scout or tribesman hero you control, aka Brave Arrow, you may immediately move up to 6 Teeth of Mawakwa figures you control up to 3 spaces each. So this allows them just to move up along with Brave Arrow, and they have a move of 5, so not bad. Oh, okay. Wait, 3 spaces each. So you can move up to 6, 3 spaces each. Okay, gotcha. Shield of the Great Bear 16. When a Teeth Mawakwa figure receives 1 or more wounds, before moving that figure, roll a 20-sided die. If you roll a 16 or higher, ignore any wounds. Okay, so a Great Bear Shield, but 16 or higher rather than 14 or higher than with this one. Alright, and so yeah, 1 life, move of 5, range of 4, attack of 3, defense of 2. So yeah, these ones, I mean, I think I might possibly use for ScapeCon. I'll have to test them with the other VC, because they'll definitely have to be a VC build or a C3V build tournament, and so I'll see how they play against other VC ones that I plan to use. And with Brave Arrow, we'll see how they go. So that is my Mawakwa Tribesman filing. Got some, including Buffalo. I might give my son the Buffalo here because he's loving sometimes. He's loving sometimes. All right. Next. All right, and someone was saying, what was it earlier in the chat? Tito Titan was saying, let's go Heroscape I think he meant to say Mailbag, but he said Mailbug, but I said Bug is actually not far from the truth. So guys I'm going to show next. I got myself a bunch of ants, and these ants are for the Zool. Oh my goodness. Let's see, I can't pronounce things tonight. Okay, here, just look at it. Look at the camera. Okay. See, okay, focus. The Zooltala fire ants. So Hexile is asking me a question. I'll answer it in a second. But yeah, there's lots of ants. I like bugs. If you didn't realize, I like bugs. I actually got these version of ants. I've got the red ants of Onstrom or something. I have a bunch of those. And yeah, and then these fire ants as well. What other bugs do I have? I know I got other bugs. Anyway, so oh yeah, bees too. I love the bees. I just love the bees. But yeah, the Exul Tika. I know I'm butchering that. Anyway, let's say the X fire ants. Okay, and yeah, I got some of the normal looking colors, but on Etsy someone was selling the same type of miniature ants, but they glow in the dark. I thought that'd be kind of cool to have, you know, some of these fire ants actually like being able to glow in the dark. I mean, I don't think you ever be playing Heroscape in the dark, but it just, you know, for like Halloween or something like that, that would be kind of fun to see them just glow in the dark. And I'm not going to turn my lights off right now and see how well they glow, but I know they do. So there's some extra ones, and I mean, with fire ants, I suppose I can read the stats for a second. I mean, they're insects. I believe they can bond with the Amber Hive Protector Queen, but they have, I mean, they really can do well by themselves too. They got swarming. It says after moving and before attacking, the fire ants count the number of engaged fire ants you control. You may move this number of unengaged fire ants you control that you did not move this turn up to 3 spaces each. So it's basically you just overwhelming numbers, and they're 55 points each. So let's see, Hexile says a UV Heroscape Rave game would be so much fun. Yeah, I only got like 10 of them, but I'm probably going to get more sometime in the future. That's just what I could afford right now with them. But okay, Hexile, you were asking me a question here. When I'll finish reading the stats, then I'll get to your question. But yeah, so you just, I mean, they're best just to have a ton, at least 4 squads each, but if not more, since they are a common squad, just to swarm. And they got Swarm Sting 18 instead of attacking. Fire ants may use Swarm Sting 18 once a opponent's figure adjacent to at least one fire ant you control roll 20-sided die for stinging damage. Add 1 to your die roll for each fire ant you control engaged with that figure. So you just swarm around them. And I don't think it matters if they're a little high or low. It doesn't matter. As long as, you know, the fire ant can reach it, because they're a small too, so, you know, they do have to reach you because they're tiny. But if you roll an 18 or higher, that figure receives 1 wound. If the wound was inflicted and the figure was not destroyed, roll again for stinging damage for that figure. Swarm Sting does not affect destructible objects, so you just keep on stinging and stinging and stinging and stinging. I mean, yes, you are counting on a 20-sided die, and in Heroscape, never ever count on the 20-sided die. So, I mean, they have an attack of 2 to defense of 2, so they can keep on hitting with that attack of 2 if you don't want to do the Swarm Sting. But, I mean, you know, you got so many chances, so why not? And the climb times 3, so yeah. Love the ants, love the bugs. And so that's what we have here. And I love bugs that can be glow in the dark too. That's cool. That's cool. Alright, oh here, okay. Here, there they are. More fire ants to the list. Alright. Now we've got speaking of bugs, oh yeah, okay, and wait, before I get to these, question now, Hexala, I had a question. Okay, do you? Oh, and Hexala, I've watched. I know you. I think you released like 2 or 3 videos yesterday. It was yesterday or over the weekend or something, or Friday. I've only watched one, but it seemed like those were really fun ones to make. I think it was the first one. I think it was against zombies and the Wines, and I knew, I mean, nothing against you guys for setting the stuff up, because I think probably the points maybe were the same, but 2 squads of zombies and Taylord, I knew right away, Paranormal Day, I knew right away they weren't going to beat the Wines at all. I just like that type of matchup. I'm like, okay, I know who's going to get slaughtered here, but anyway, it was a fun one to watch. And I like your guys' like reaction videos, where you're just, facing the camera and talking about, what happened. So that's cute. All right. So Hexal is asking me, do you think that Renegade is going to release historical figures eventually? Something like these customs or 4th Mass? Or like the Magua here? That's a good question. I mean, if I know there's actually a historical figure debate going on. And I know, like, sometimes we talk about it at ToV podcast, sometimes with Jeremy, but there is an argument to be said that some of the miniatures, like say Siren Bonnie for what's being released, and some of these pirates are actually connected to historical figures already. Loosely connected, but they are connected to historical figures. So I mean, I know it's up to debate, but you could say that we're already actually getting historical figures in this first round of stuff that's being released. But if you're talking about just plain historical figures that are like, more Roman type soldiers, or like Huns from Attila the Huns, or I mean, Earth history just has so much you can pull and draw from. It's fun, but do I think that they're going to release? Well, maybe eventually, but I know that when it comes to Age of Annihilation, I don't think they had that much. Give us Blackbeard. Yeah, we almost have a Blackbeard. We have actually someone that's kind of like who's Johnny Depp's Captain Jack Sparrow almost. So some of the descriptions of these pirates is fun. So when it comes to Age of Annihilation, I don't think like direct type historical figures are going to be released, because I don't think that's what they had in the first place when Age of Annihilation was first going to be released through Avalon Hill. Now, what will Renegade do in the future when it comes to like pure historical units is anyone's guess. I would just say I don't know. I hope they do something, because I think we just buy that up, especially if there are a lot of common squads. But I guess we will have to see what they do and what they come up with. Because I would love them. I would definitely love them. Like another type of 4th Mass. The 4th Mass to go up against a 4th Mass. I would love that. All right. Let's see here. Hexala says zombies were a new purchase. But I wanted to play with them. Okay, and I assume this is Adam talking. No, I get it. But yeah, when it comes to zombies, I would recommend at least 4 squads. And because I love zombies myself, I have a crap ton of them, and yes, I love me some zombies. I got some like VC custom type zombies too. I'm all about the undead. Let's see here. Justin's saying I predict 2026 at the earliest for historical units. Yeah, I would say so. Exal says, I always found in Civilization games a swordsman killing an attack helicopter was hilarious and fun. Yeah, though, isn't it fun to have like these Solborgs and then Indians and Roman soldiers and all this stuff just going at each other. It's just Exala says we can afford 2 sets. I gotcha. I gotcha. I understand that too. I'm pretty broke myself. That's why I only got like only a certain number of ants, because it's like you can only do so much. But I get that. But yes, but I recommend as soon as possible to get at least two more. Then you end up being more effective with the zombies. A lot more effective. But I get it. I absolutely get it. I assume this is Adam. But bless you guys. The best thing you can do when you're getting new stuff, just try them out. Then you learn. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's open up. Let's see what's behind door number 3 here. What is it? Now, when it comes to bees, the reason why I have a bunch of bees here is because, well, A, I love them. You can swarm with them, and B, if you go on, I don't have this website in the link in the description below, but if you want to try some amber hive protectors, really cheap, and you just want to get the bee, like these bees for them, and you just put them on bases. These bees themselves, like this whole pile, and this is over 20 of them here. They are $1 each, and look up domestic. That's the company where they're on, and you just look up like bumblebees or good luck mini bumblebees on domestic, and there are even times when you can get them for less than $1 each, because sometimes they have sales for like 30% off your whole purchase or whatever, and you could just get a full bee army just ready to go. All you gotta do is like get like 3D printed bases for them or whatever, and you are good to go now. And see, okay, I got the card for them. Amber hive protectors. There they are. And Justin says, I would not be surprised if we got more World War II soldiers to try and convert some of Renegade's Axis and Allies players. I hope so. Like even when it comes to like quote unquote like Nazi soldiers, you could just like not even use that word and just say Reich, the Reich soldiers, or just something that refers to it, but you don't have to exactly have to say that particular N word, to keep things up and up. But yeah, I would love to see me some more World War II stuff. I definitely would. There's so much more you could do, because what do we have? At the Airborne Elite, Sergeant Drake Alexander, Justin says $1 per figure was cheaper than Scape was back in the day. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's a great thing about VC Customs is some of the VC Customs cost a bunch. I mean, are expensive, but I mean, the bees are awesome. Check out Dog and Days channel, Will's channel, and in his I think it was like a 2-hour him describing like the Heroscape tournament events that he went to over the course of a year, and one of the armies for his events was Amber Hive Protectors and Melfera the Queen, and he does a great job describing what was like playing with them. And I was taking notes. I've played with these things. I'm taking notes on what Will was saying. But Dog and Days, I don't have link description below for that either. But just look up Dog and Days on YouTube, and you should find him. He does a great job in his YouTube channel just describing. It's Dog and Days was so good. The tournament thing. Yeah, bowl. Yeah. Hard to bowl. I sent Will a private message after I was listening to his thing about bowl, and I told him, I'm like, one of these days, Will, and he lives out in California, so I know it's hard. I'm Kentucky, he's in California, but I'm like, one of these days, either I go out to California or you come to ScapeCon or something. You bring bowl, and I'll get an army of my choosing, and let's just have, because I know that bowl is kind of like in retirement a little bit, but bring it out of that case and let's have some fun with it. So that sounds fun. I got my own bowl too. them 10, 15 point, units are fun to have. Anyway, so Amber Hive Protectors. Now the cool thing with Amber Hive Protectors is in here. I'm going to show the card here. They're a four-man squad, 4-unit squad, and their abilities are tremendous. And you really, I mean, to get them on the field, you need at least 4, and 50 points each. Really, really cheap. But you need at least 4 of these armies, 4 of these guys with Milfera to really. And I skirmished with some live streams back like a month or two back. And they did a great job. They did an awesome job. But they have a thing called Insect Strategic Bonding. Before taking a turn with Amber Hive Protectors, you may first take a turn with any insect hero you control. And currently that's like Milfera, or you could use Sujoa. You could use Sujoa, and I've used Sujoa before, but Milfera is just definitely better. If you do not take a turn with any insect hero you control, you may move an attack with up to 6 Amber Hive Protectors you control. So you can choose not to move with a hero, and instead of moving and attacking with 4, you can move and attack with 6. And now when it comes to Sacrificial Sting, and since they can fly, you could potentially surround an enemy and then have height, and that attack of 1 becomes attack of 2. And the Milfera's buffing, it could become an attack of 3. And with other buffs, it could become more, and then you're literally having, well, at the very least 6 attack dice, but potentially like 6 to 12 attack dice. In just one movement, which isn't bad. It really isn't bad if you play your numbers right with these guys. So you just gotta know how to play them. You gotta know how to play them well. And so that's one thing I'm learning, because I did play them in ScapeCon last year, but I had to learn. But anyway, tons of these. All right. Now let's get to the pièce de résistance. And there is a link in the description below for this next one I'm talking about. And see, I got the box here. I'm just gonna bring them out. And I gotta clear the board for this. I'm gonna bring these over here. But yeah, check out domestic, and get a bunch of bees. All right. So now this one I did get because I've been hearing about this fellow for a long time, and I'm just like, okay, I gotta get some stuff from him. And so Dyspareprints, I think that's how you say it. Let's see here, Dyspareprints. And if you're on Facebook, he also he's known as Jesse Pollard. He posts things on Heroscaper's Facebook all the time, and so it's easy to private message him and get from him, or you can find via Etsy, as well as I think he's got a Patreon as well. But I ordered a couple things from him, and I'll show them to you, and I got cards for them too to show you as well. But I love look at this document. I mean that he sends along with it in his box. Isn't that cool? Look at that. And see, it's got my name, Ryan Wilkie, right there. And then what's written when you're opening it up, it says, Heroscape. Hello, Game Master. In this package, you will find the adventure you were looking for. All of the painted, unpainted units you requested, accompanied by the unit cards, unit bases, base stickers, and any specific unit stickers. Now, I just specifically asked for the units, and he did base them. And it says a Heroscape, Corvor, Morgoloth, a lonely Death Knight of Valkyrie, and a solitary Phantom Knight. And yeah, just he does a great job, and I don't know if he's ever gonna watch this, but Jesse just very very cool little pamphlet there. Not, I mean, you don't really, it's something that, you know, you don't really need to do, but it just adds to the effect of it. So, okay, first thing I'm going to show is that now I requested him because I didn't have a complete set of a couple of miniatures, and one was I had a squad and missing I had like technically a squad and almost 2 squads worth of Phantom Knights, but I was missing one. So I asked, could you like just print me 1 Phantom Knight, and I showed him a picture of the one that I would need, and he did. So now this Phantom Knight will join that squad, and now I have 2 full squads of Phantom Knights. Awesome. And for these 2, Jesse did those for free too. That was very kind of him. And then I don't have a card, but then I have another I have a Death Knight here, and that goes with this Death Knight, because I know Death Knights are going to be kind of a big thing when it comes to Evil Raylan coming out. And Sir Heroscape mentions it, so I'm like, well, I need to get like at least like 4 squads of these. So right now I have 2, and what Jesse sent me completes the second one. And so now, see, and I have one that needs to be base still, but and then here's another one. But so that gives me 2 Death Knights. Yeah, this here. Now the pièce de résistance of what he did is now he 3D printed ones that are going to go well with my insect demon bugs of Valkyrie, Mesodemon Warmongers, and these are, so now these were Class Escape stuff that I showed. Now we're going to be showing some VC miniatures here that go very well with Mesodemons, and I'll read the stats too in a second. So we will take a look at these. All right, first one I want to show, because this is just a really fun paint job, like a 3D print, really fun 3D print, and really fun paint job, is the Corvor the Tainted One. Now there are like versions, like other game versions of these minis, but they are so expensive and they're so hard to find. I mean, C3V minis, and there should be a link description below to look up C3V minis somewhere. Either that, or it's usually on a podcast or another video. But Heroscapers.com like lists C3V minis, and then it gives suggestions on where to find said minis. The problem with that is some of these suggestions are like 5-10 years old, and so some of these some of these minis are really difficult to find. But you have 3D printers and painters out there who will 3D print and then just paint the miniatures themselves, which tends to be a little bit more economical. But yeah, look at that guy. Look at that guy. Wow. And so this is Corvor the Tainted One. And let me read the stats real quick. And the stats are, it's Valkyrie, of course. Here, let me bring him up here. So, got 7 life, move of 4, range of 1, attack of 5, defense of 2, 175 points. You ask, what? 175 points? That's a lot. Yes. But here's what you can do. It says, Dreadful Presence. Figures attacking Corvor the Tainted One with a normal attack, subtract 1 from their attack die. So normal attacks, 1 subtract for attack die, and then Avatar of Corruption, which is before moving, you must roll the 20-sided die for all figures within 2 clear sight spaces of Corvor the Tainted One, one at a time. If you roll a 15 or higher, the figure receives a wound. Demons are not affected by Avatar of Corruption, which now, Mezzademon Warmongers are demons, so they're not affected by this. So you can have them, you know, with Corvor, and they basically help each other out. So that's why Corvor is a good suggestion for a Mezzademon Warmonger army. And so just like kind of like an 15, if you roll, you know, 15 or higher, auto wound before you even move. You know, talk about attack before you even move with them. And then Corvor does have wings, so can fly. Not stealth flying, but just regular flying. So you can fly with them. I mean, with just the 7 life, an attack of 5 is crazy. Now it does have a defense of 2, so it probably can go down fairly quickly if you're not careful. But if there's like common squads that only have like two or 3 attacks on them, and they're attacking with normal attack, you're subtracting 1 from the dice anyway. So yeah, kind of fun. I can't wait to test him out with the Mezzademons from Mezzademon's army. So technically, like, this could be things you could see in ScapeCon. And then the next and last one, and this is a really nice paint job from Dyspareprints. Look at that! Wow. I'll have to take pictures of these and show them on the Tales of How Discord sometime. But just look at that. Really good job, Jesse. Really good job. I love it. I love it. And I was trying to look up, like, you could find miniatures like of this, like from whatever game that's recommended for C3V to find the miniature, but they're like $70, $100+ if you can find them. They're expensive. But this fellow is Morgoloth from Valkyrie. Has let's see here, 6 life, move at 6 spaces, range of 1, attack of 4, defense of 4. So kind of balanced, 140 points, so a little bit cheaper. But it's got a thing called double attack. When Morgoloth attacks, he may attack 1 additional time. It's a nice little double attack. So attack of 4, then attack of 4 again. Very nice melee, big giant guy. Because yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, and I mentioned Corvor is a huge 11, by the way, and Morgoloth is a large 7. So double attack, and then a thing called Swarming Vermin. Friendly small figures who follow Utgar or Valkyrie are never attacked when leaving an engagement with a figure within 5 clear sight spaces of Morgoloth. So when trying to leave engagement attacks, if you have Mezzademons, if Morgoloth is with them, the easier for them to move around. And then the thing called Demon Leadership. All demons you control except Morgoloth move 1 additional space. So again, with Demon Leadership, your Mezzademons can get around a bit faster. A little bit of a movement buff, able to leave engagements, and up against like with Mezzademons with this guy who can just like do a double attack on people. So yeah, I would probably try both. I don't think I would have both of them along with Mezzademons. I might just try Mezzademons with one and then Mezzademons with the other and see what works best. But I wanted to get both just because, yeah, why not? Mezzademons need some friends. Mezzademons need some friends. But that is pretty much it. That's all there is. And there ain't no more for now. But I look forward to, to like August, probably late August, August, September, and doing a mailbag where we're opening up some some Heroscape stuff. Actually, Heroscape and Source stuff, probably. So yeah, coming later on, later in the summer, we're gonna have some fun unboxing videos, probably long unboxing videos too. Looking forward to that. But I think I'm going to wind down now tonight. This is all we have, and I did like I don't have a lot of bases right now. I did order more from High Ground, so I'll be getting them sometime, and then be able to start basing the things I want to base. And when it comes to miniatures that I plan to use for ScapeCon, I think besides like Death Knights and maybe some more Phantom Knights, which I'd probably get Phantom Knights from Trexie 3D if I'm really considering it, because I haven't tried Trexie 3D, so I'm gonna try them out. And then I might have to contact Joey Carmichael as well to maybe get some more Death Knights. And I think I'm in need of a Marku SNY too. Not the card, but the figure. Because the first ScapeCon I went to, I had a Marku, and it ended up disappearing. Like, I don't know what happened to it. And so I have to get another miniature. Marku SNY, I think, is the one who's like, disembodied type creature, of the SNYs. Anyway. So yeah, definitely probably do unboxing sometime in a couple months when there is other things to show, but as of right now, that's all I got. And TDO Titan, hey there, saying again, great stream. This was a nice stream to listen to while putting together some Gunpla. What's Gunpla? I don't know if that's a typo. I have no idea what that is. Maybe it's just my brain. Marco and Rowan have some beef. Yeah, I've seen your videos, Hexala. Yep, I kind of know what you're talking about. So yeah, and Tita Titan says I might try some Trexie 3D fingers to paint too. Yeah, well, the cool thing with Trexie 3D as well is that like Phantom Knights, I think Trexie 3D prints them and they look like the you don't have to do much painting with them because they do it. You probably use a green type filament for that. So yeah, not much to do with that, and I definitely want to try to use Phantom Knights probably for. I mean, there's a lot of armies I want to try. What I'm actually going to use in ScapeCon when I get there remains to be seen, but definitely going to try out a lot of stuff. So here, Gunpla is Gundam figures, I guess. Oh, okay. I think Gunpla is the name, but it could be wrong. Okay. Well, I know what Gundam is. I mean, I've watched me a little bit. What was it? Because Mobile Suit Gundam, there's a lot of like animes and spin-offs from them. I know I've watched a few way back when. Fun anime series, and yeah, I think they just released for the like the superhero custom line of Heroscape. The acronym escapes me at the moment, but yeah, I think they just released Gundam, are going to be releasing Gundam type, like, well, big minis, but yeah, they have stat cards for that, which is just insane, but it sounds fun. But with that, I thank you all for watching. I don't think I'm going to close shop now. And Tito Titan says, I'm new to the series. I watched the compilation movies. Okay. It's a high grade Charzaku 2 red. Okay. Interesting. Oh, if only I had the time and we have to always select and pick and choose, what our interest is. But if I only had the time to really gather up the things all my nerdy heart wants. Well, I tell you one thing that I do want that I'm probably gonna get someday, and this goes back to what we were talking about at the beginning. When it comes to Bernard Hill passing as Theoden, I want a replica Theoden sword someday, like a replica Theoden sword that they used in. The same type that they used in the film for Theoden, because Bernard Hill's left-handed, I'm left-handed, And I love the King of Theoden's sword, and that would just be a great one that just to have, you know, I want the thing like an actual steel blade, like sharp. I think they have replicas like that. Yeah, that would just be fun to have, you know, in my nerdy Lord of the Rings collection. But anyway, I digress. I thank everybody for watching. We had quite a chatty stream tonight, which is nice. It's lovely. On an off ToV podcast night. And it's like Teeter Titan. It was sitting on the table for 5 months. Okay, but I like to do combo of hobbies sometimes. Theoden's sword would be cool. Yeah, I know. I like it. I mean, I know some people might prefer Aragon or Sting, but like I said, Theoden for me is my favorite out of the whole series in the books and the movies. I love his story arc. I love the redemption that he has from where he came from, and just rising, you know, from those type of impossible odds. Even though yes, it's fiction, but it's still still inspiring to me. So I love it. But with that, I thank you all for watching. Justin, TDO, Hexala, who else? I know Heroscape was there for a second. And anyone else I didn't mention, but thank you, Jesse, for like some of these wonderful jobs. Definitely, I'll probably have to use Dyspareprints again in the future sometime. And I really recommend, like I said, link description below. Dyspareprints Etsy, if you want to link up and contact Jesse through there. He definitely does a masterful job with these miniatures, so I appreciate him for that. With that, thank you all for watching. So hopefully see you Wednesday when we do a skirmish, and then see you this coming Sunday for a ToV podcast. You have a purpose in your life. Find it, pursue it, live it. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night now. Have a good week. Later now. Bye.